Winter's tough. Games are always there to lend a hand. So let's search the wilds for some strangely cozy winter-themed experiences to keep you and your hardware going through the colder months.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Hello and welcome to ROG Global, where we celebrate PC gaming and turn the RGB up extra bright to get ourselves through the darker part of the year. But it's not just the warm, reassuring glow of our hardware setups we've got to get us through. Fortunately, the great PC gaming library has countless winter-themed games imbued with a strange air of cozy comfort, especially considering all the killing that we do in them. And when it's chilly outside, our favourite thing to do is to load up one of these and hibernate with them. Let's get into it then and prepare for a lot of digital breath in the air and anti-aliased footprints in the snow. Roll the tape. It's been 13 years and counting since Bethesda first dropped this snow-capped all-timer, changing the RPG landscape forever and spawning more memes than Cole Palmer. And still, we don't feel like we're even close to finished exploring this world map. Maybe that's true for you too. And you know what else? We still can't decide if the citizens of Skyrim have a nice cozy life or not.
Spare a coin.
I mean, there's dragons, that's an obvious downside, and it's not uncommon to find somebody just randomly lying dead in the street, or have all your belongings shouted off your table by the Dragonborn for a laugh. But on the other hand, fireplaces. Inns with people gently playing the lute, tasty food laid out on sturdy wooden tables, simple, honest work like cutting lumber at the sawmill, gathering herbs for alchemy, and whatever this nice lady's doing. As long as you frame it right so that the draugrs and the nightmare spiders are out of shot, life in Skyrim sort of looks pretty great, doesn't it? So much so that every winter we like to return here, strolling around like it's the grounds of our first school or something, and feel its Nordic homeliness cover us like a furry cowl. Let's head off the immediate criticism of this pick. A nuclear base off of Alaska full of terrorists isn't, on paper, the most relaxing place in the world. But let's look at the broader context, please. This isn't just Shadow Moses, the place we're talking about. It's Shadow Moses, the experience we had back in 1998 when we were floored by Hideo Kojima's CD-ROM full of innovative, fourth wall breaking ideas. In other words, to go back to the original Metal Gear Solid now is such a beautifully nostalgic experience that its dangers feel almost quaint. Those terrorists are a pretty easily trickable bunch, really. Just dive under a cardboard box or knock on a wall, and they're basically flummoxed. And all the iconic moments that happen on this sub-zero, wind-ravaged construction of cold steel and clinical corridors, they're a joy that seems to warm the whole place up. Go on, read my memory card, Psycho Mantis. Tell me to find the codec number on the back of the case, Kenneth Baker. It's like 1998 again. Now let's all have a nice hot chocolate together for old time's sake and wait for it to warm up a bit outside, eh?
I've got to go and swat a noisy fly.
Once again, you need to squint to block out all the puddles of blood and various heinous criminal acts here and there, but the fact is, Mafia II's Empire Bay feels like a warm slice of apple pie served on a crisp winter morning, even though it's the stage for countless vicious scenes, mostly perpetrated by you, Vito Scaletta, a young Italian-American man drafted into service during World War II who makes it back for some R&R over Christmas after picking up an injury and meets his old childhood buddy, Joe Barbera. Joe materializes some counterfeit discharge papers for Vito to ensure he doesn't have to go back to the front line.
It appears that your injury is much more serious than it first appeared, and the doctors say you can't fight no more.
What?
And from there, the pair basically threaten, punch, and shoot their way back to the top of the city's crime network. But look, that's not the point. The point is how immersive this 1940s East Coast city is at Christmas time. The radio plays an expertly picked selection of period-authentic music that really grounds you in mid-century America. The cars are endearingly slow relics, and as you tear through the streets in them like a maniac, you'll see men in suits and hats diving out of the way and fleeing into old-timey diners. So cozy. And then, just as you're properly immersed in that setting, the plot jumps forwards in time significantly, spoilers for a game from 2010, and you see a totally new Empire Bay. New songs on the radio, new cars. It's the midst of the social revolution suddenly, and it's a magnificent accomplishment of world building. If you never played it the first time, the 2020 remaster is a great excuse to finally right that wrong.
What do you say?
Yeah, sure, I'm interested.
What could possibly warm one's soul more than a collaboration between JRPG developers Level 5 and Studio Ghibli, purveyors of the most soul-wrenchingly cozy animated imagery ever to grace the big screen? The answer, of course, is nothing, which is why Ni No Kuni is essential winter playing for everyone who needs a bit of a lift.
Slow down, Mr. Drippy.
Because who could use a mood boost more than Oliver himself, the tiny child protagonist whose mum dies mere minutes into the game, who's then transported into a magical kingdom, and then set upon by loads of NPCs who want him to solve all their problems. It's a good job the colours are so soothing, otherwise both you and Oliver might not have quite so much patience for all of these formally dressed cat people who've lost their kindness or courage or compassion or whatever it is they need you, a recently orphaned child, to go and get for them.
That smell.
But I'm getting sidetracked. Just look at it. There's not one location in this magical kingdom that doesn't feel like a treat for the eyes. And thanks to your brilliantly upbeat Welsh sidekick Drippy, and please, any guesses as to what exactly Drippy is down in the comments, please. It's a treat for the ears too.
What, are you deaf or something?
This being a JRPG, it's also absolutely ginormous. It'll keep you going well until the clocks go forward again.
Yeah. Let's get a shunt in, crybaby bunting.
For the last time, it's Oliver.
Hey, it's not bad work for a crybaby, this.
Ugh.
We've reached the summit of Mount Obvious here, haven't we really? Like, have you heard of this game called Minecraft that you're looking at right now? But the thing about being here, up on the top of Mount Obvious, is that it's so tall, it's actually snow-capped. Obviously, we're not unearthing an indie gem here for you to go and check out. It's been everyone's favourite sandbox since 2009, an unfathomably long time ago. And yet, the fact remains that building a base and cultivating a corner of comforts using your own bare hands is absolutely central to this game's appeal. Do that in a snowy biome, present since Alpha 1.04, and you've got an especially cheery version of that classic winter survival game mechanic. You feel like you're bracing against the elements, and you can take pride in making a cozy home where there was once just frozen tundra. But, crucially, it doesn't look depressing and grim while you do it. Even in its most dangerous, spooky, or life-threatening moments, Minecraft always has an air of wholesomeness, and sometimes, during these long winter months, that's just what we need. Oh, we feel all toasty already. Thank you to the true homies for watching this far. The floor is now yours. Tell us about your gaming winter traditions that you find yourself upholding every season down in the comments. The weirder the better, please. Leave us a like for that algorithmic massage. Subscribe to us at ROG Global to be the first to hear about new product reveals, performance guides, and plenty more. And we'll catch you in another one.
Let's see what we got here. Nice. No stains. Clean. The lowlife get the money for this. Probably stole it himself. It's nice, though.